like I said, when I was in jail, they offered to get me out and shit. Tip, you know, he offered to get me out, and but it wasn't that much, so my folks took care of it. But he was like, when you get out, pull up on the set.
Real life.
It ain't real life. Just ain't real life street stars. You know what time it is.
What was your first play in the action? Like, what was on your mind when you first got out?
Man, when I got out, boy, it was a blessing. Cause when I got out, I went from my cell to the movie set. Tip put me in a movie in an apartment. And when I was in jail, I actually talked to when I was in jail too. You feel me? Like,
Full circle moment at that point, right?
Boy, I'm talking about exactly. Like now, I'm doing like comedy been giving me a way more blessings than I would have thought I ever get in the rap game. You feel me? But like I said, when I was in jail, they offered to get me out and shit. Tip, you know, he offered to get me out, and but it wasn't that much, so my folks took care of it. But he was like, when you get out, pull up on the set. And you feel me? So I pulled up on the set. I pulled up on the set in my uniform. So he was in the director chair. You feel me? Like when I pulled up on the set, I walked up to him, you know, greeted him and shit like that, you know. But then, you know, he had to get back to directing and shit like that. So about like 30 minutes later, I just hear him say, yeah, Calimar White. Calimar White, he right there. You feel me? He was talking to some lady, and then she just came over to me. She was like, okay, let's get you to the dressing room. Let's get you in wardrobe. I'm like, what's going on? You feel me? And then he was like, get him some size too, like the script and shit. Get him the script. And then they told me what was going on. He was like, yeah, he said you gonna play this role and whoop the whoop. I was like, oh yeah, but I'm in this thing.
How does it feel to be acting? Do you feel like you needed any formal training, or was it just easy to you?
I mean, Eric, you know, you want to polish it up. You want to, you know, if you're going to act, you want to perfect the craft. But it came normal to me because when you're doing skits and all that, that's acting. When you on stage performing comedy, that's acting. You got to act out the routine and shit like that. So that's why it came normal. But it was just like, it was a nervousness to be like on a professional set. Like, man, this shit for real.
So now that you've done that, do you feel like movies are like that's what you're trying to jump into that lane? Is that your next lane, or what you thinking?
Hell yeah, I want to do all that. Like you got to do the movies. You got to do the movies. Just do TV. Just keep your face out there, cause that's what's gonna keep the ticket selling for the stand-up comedy shows.
Yeah,
you feel me? Like Mike Epps, he been in a lot of movies.
Right.
So people always want to see him type shit.
Yeah.
Cause you have new material, all that shit. So I just want to stay working like that and shit, stay on stage. That's why I do all this internet shit, to prepare my stand-up career, cause people gotta see me.
That's a fact.
Cause you know, but like before I started doing comedy, I said to myself, I thought it was a genius idea. I'm like, yeah, nigga, I'm finna do comedy. Like, ain't nobody doing that.
Right.
But it's like when you get into that shit, you see like, damn, everybody doing this shit.
That's crazy.
So it's like you gotta like really get your face out there.
Shout out Reallyfe street stars, nigga. Move it. Hey.